and you fall in love with them. And you actually obtain role models in that process. And there's each of us, I think, has a short list of students who've come into our lives and come inside of our minds and our hearts and changed. Nana, as we all know, has a kind of personal positivity force field. He makes you feel seen, he makes you feel valued, and somehow, weirdly, he makes you feel protected. He emanates a gentle strength that has at its core confidence. Confidence that whatever arises, he can work with it, he can transform it. This has, and I think we've all seen it, a palpable anxiety-reducing effect on people. He's an amazing friend and a generous critic. His work is intense, scary sometimes, original, biting, discomfort-making, and I think there's three main reasons. First, he always writes about essential things. If you hang around the literary world often or long enough, you'll start to feel that some writers just write because they do. But Nana's stories are always about the things we all actually worry about or should during the non-art portion of our lives. Like, why are we so inclined to violence? What's it like for the person on the receiving end of cruelty? What's the effect of our hyper-material culture on the grace of the people on the front lines down at the mall? With Nana's stories, you know you're never going to be taken on a trivial journey. You sense immediately that the artist has chosen to write a story not because it's what he does or because it's fun, but because for him it's the optimal truth-telling weapon, the best way he knows of trying to crack some intractable moral ethical problem. Second, he has an uncanny, really unusual gift for finding the perfect fictive metaphor to crack that problem, and he seems dispositionally incapable of ever flinching. He goes wherever the story's logic takes him, no matter what, sometimes to really terrifying effect. Third, Billy's stories contain some of the most riveting, wince-inducing social satire I've ever read. They also have a quality seen in only the finest satirists, think Gogol or Stern. They never forget that, the horror notwithstanding, it's still a good and a precious thing to be alive. The effect is the best parts of us looking over at those other parts, fondly, keenly, gleefully, unafraid. Is our culture glorious or brutal? His stories ask. Is the human heart twisted or perfect? Yes, Nana says. Please welcome Nana Adjei-Brenyah.